And we
Hey
are
everyone!
live. Hey, hello, welcome to the webinar number 6, the week number 6 of Robo Makers Marathon. Hello everyone, if you can hear us and see us, type in the chat, can be emoji, hi Pavel. Hi Nicola, hey. Good, so welcome everyone. It's me, Yuri, and Sofia from Robo Wunderkind. Sofia, how's it going?
Hey, it's great. It's a bit rainy today outside, so I'm actually quite happy to do a webinar. It warms me inside. So
Cool. I'm also pretty happy to do today's webinar. Like, the topic is actually pretty exciting. So really looking forward to it. So guys, if for everybody who is new to the webinars, just gonna explain you a few rules how we communicate here. So on the right side, you have the chat window. So this is usually where we communicate with each other. So if you have any questions or just want to type anything, say anything to us, we see all the chat messages. So if you have any specific questions, you can type them into the questions tab. We also gonna make some polls during our webinar to just ask you some questions and to get some information from you as well. Okay, so I think we can start. Good. So I will share my screen and we will start to kick off the week 6. Okay. So that should be on now. Awesome. Good. So welcome everyone to the Makers Marathon week 6. What is Makers Marathon? Makers Marathon is 10 weeks, 10 challenges, and 10 webinars. So we do it. We design it for parents and children in mind, so you guys can participate together with kids. So we highly encourage you to do it together, to build a project with us. Because we do some really amazing stuff every week, and so you can get some new ideas for your projects. So the structure for the webinar is we do it on a weekly basis. So we every Tuesday we run an online workshop like this one, where we review your submissions from the last weeks. We announce the winner, and we announce the challenge for the next week. And so everybody has time until Sunday to come up with their own projects and submit and win a very, very, very cool prizes. So every week you have a possibility to win additional modules. So every week we're gonna pick a winner. We're gonna get some really cool new blocks. And you also have the possibility to participate in Super Prize giveaway, for which you need to collect 7 stars. So actually, we're pretty close to first 7 stars. So week 6 now. So if anybody, if someone has been participating for the first week, actually the next week will be kind of like you should be pretty safe there. Okay, so actually I've checked with my colleagues, and so we definitely send the stars 1 and 2. So please check your maybe spam inbox. It can go in there. If it's not there, I will just share it with you here in the chat. Please let me know. Okay, cool. So from last week's project where the environment and creating the project which would help our planet and to make our living more like eco-friendly. So we have a few quite some submissions from the last week. It was not that many, as the previous week, but there still were some pretty cool projects. Okay, Nico, awesome, great. Good to know we finally done that. Good. Yeah. So let's review the projects. We have 2 projects on the Instagram page from the hashtag RoboMakersMarathon. So the first project was from Rem Laupi. So they created the cleaning machine, which would like go over the streets and pick up the junk. I think the design with 2 wheels was pretty cool. Kind of like really similar.
I love the brushes. This is
yeah.
They're so fluffy.
Yeah, exactly.
I would really, just pet them.
Yeah, the project is really cool. Like it really kind of like replicates this machine from the streets, which is we're cleaning the streets. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so that was the first project. Then another one was from Julian, Mira, and Jonathan. So this one was about I think it's about like picking the flowers, if I'm getting it right. But let's check it out on the video.
This is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and I really love this. This is the last shot. It's so dramatic. I love it.
Yeah, this is
slide.
just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is somehow correlates with the topic today, right? We are having very.
Actually, yes. So it's kind of like connected to the topic today. So so this project is it's pretty cool. So it's about the flower saving, right? So you like pick these things, so you kind of like distribute it along the flowers, I think. But yeah, so this was the second project, coded with Blockly.
Oh, that's super cool. Blockly becomes very popular now, as I can tell.
Yeah. So we have 2 more projects to see. So another one would be let me bring it to the screen over here. Hope you guys can see it.
I can see that, but I cannot hear the sound, so maybe we can introduce the project.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the like soy soy farming machine.
Yeah, it was.
Yes, exactly. Like soy cultivation machine. So it has the soybeans, and like while moving, so it has like a gear, or not the gear actually, like the belt, which is rotating the mechanism over here on the left side, and it distributes the soybeans on the ground, which allows you to like grow multiple soy farms.
It's very complex in terms of design. It's just mechanically very, very advanced project. So just great.
Yes. And the last one, the winner of this week is the Robo Ice Dragon. So let's check it out.
Is it working?
Oops. Okay. Sorry. I think there was it was showing on the wrong screen. Let me bring it to this one. Yeah. I have two screens. Can you see it now?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So the Robo Ice Dragon.
We also can hear the sound, so maybe we can comment on the project.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is the project from Iona. So congratulations, Iona, once again in winning this week challenge. So this is the project about the dragon, which kind of like saves the environment by like picking the yeah, congratulations, picking the trash and then I guess like digesting it. Yeah, so this dragon is like picking up the trash and cleans the ocean through like freezing the trash and digesting it. So congratulations to Nicola and Iona.
Yay!
Winning this week. It's really cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Awesome, congratulations. Good. So yeah, we can go back to this week topic,
Yep.
which is partly connected to the projects we saw last week, right? So
I think
maybe
it's
you can
probably
tell.
connected to all the projects we saw who created the video.
Yeah.
Can you please maybe stop sharing your screen so I can share the screen?
Yeah, so we can switch
How
the sharing.
can I do that? Just a second. Enable screen sharing. I'm almost there. Sorry. Trying to find the right one. Yeah. Can you see my screen now? That's not the right one.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That was the project review, and now we're on the week 6. And as a tradition before, just announcing the topic, like, I mean, you already know the topic because of the emails, but before we will get to it, I want to ask you a few questions. And this question is not only for your kids, but for you too, because, I mean, I personally love cartoons and movies. So do you enjoy watching cartoons and movies? And what's your favorite one? It would be just great if you could share it in the chat, because I mean, it's really the matter of your choice and in your like what you like. But I can share mine. Actually, my favorite one when I was a child was the Lion King, and it was like so amazing to watch it every week. I seriously was watching it every week. So and I still enjoy watching it. Like I feel very, very like a child when I'm watching it. So what's your favorite? Would be great to know. And I have another tricky question for you. Can a cartoon be called a movie? Yes or no, and why? And another one, have you ever tried to film your own movie at home? So do we have any answers in the chat? Rescue Riders. Yeah. Yay! This is probably where the idea about the Ice Dragon Rescue came from, probably. I actually never watched this one. Obsessed with dragons. I also love dragons. And you will see that it kind of affected our topic today. Okay, cool. I have the answers for these questions in our topic today, which is create a short movie at home with Robo. And the project idea, Robo plays the main role in this movie. And first of all, we're going to discuss the difference between cartoons, movies, different styles, and how movies are created. Then we're gonna talk about the certain steps to create your movie at home, and then we will look at the project for robots to create a movie at home. So today's webinar is a bit different. We're not gonna code and build today. We're just going to present the project you can code and build after, because it was quite a long and complex project. We just cannot recreate it in this time we have, but we prepared the big showtime surprise for you at the end. So what we are going to learn, we're going to learn how to create a short movie at home using Robo Wunderkind, and we also be ready to create your own project. Hey, cartoons, we see movies. I have a tricky picture here. On the last one, we have the first Disney movie about, and then we have the recreation. It was recreated a few years ago. And do you think there is the difference between cartoons and movies? I actually didn't know that there is a difference, but not the difference I thought about. So basically, cartoon is an illustration. It can be any image, even if it's just one image. It can be a series of images like a comics, and it could be an animated movie. Everything which is drawn is a cartoon. So what about the long cartoons, like the whole movie cartoons? They are movies. They really can be called movies. And the movie is a recording of a moving images that tells a story. So basically even short cartoon can be a movie. And there are two types of movies, and this is a live action movie and an animated movie. So live action movie, and then it's a former cinematography that uses videography. So it is a video. And the main difference is that real people or animals are involved in it. And the second one is an animated movie or an animation, and it's the method in which pictures are manipulated to appear as moving images. So we have many pictures that are different from each other in small details, and then we kind of manipulate them so we see the moving image. So basically, if you think about the old school cinematography, everything is an animated movie, because the old technology was to picture even like live actors and then make them move through this manipulating. And the modern technologies, it's a bit tricky. So talking about another one, which is pretty amazing, I think, is a stop motion. This is a filmmaking technique in which objects are physically moved and individually pictured and then put together. So on these two pictures, you see that on the left picture, there is the person who moving these figures, then they picture, and then he moves them again. This is just, can you imagine how much work you need to put in one very short movie by moving, just small details? This is just kind of blew my mind when I was learning about it.
It's a lot of work.
This is just, hours and hours of just moving small fingers of these figures. This is crazy. So this is another picture of a person doing it, which I think, like, you can see the special green background. It's green background, and you can just then change to another background you want on the computer. And so talking about modern movies, they do use a lot of animation. They also use some modern technologies to recreate like wild animals and some magic. And you probably know this movie, and it's pretty advanced in terms of technologies. They used to recreate the lion moving and talking and all the magic in it. It's Narnia. And it's actually one of my favorite movies as well. It's like so much magic in it. Talking about animation and illusion, there are lots of illusions you can create at home to do your own small cartoon, this is basically what you need, the small book with empty pages, and you just draw different pictures that they are different in small details, and then you just, do your cartoon. I found a very nice video about how to create some kind of illusions. You can watch it at home and try. This is super fun. And yeah, but let's maybe talk about film genres. And what's your favorite one? I would really love to know. Yuri, what's your favorite one?
My favorite one, I would say, probably gonna be like documentary, but it's actually not on the list here.
Which one?
Documentary.
A documentary. Yeah. I think it wasn't on the picture I found. Yeah, documentary is pretty cool. I love to watch about animals, and specifically about some ocean animals.
Yeah, but otherwise, I think I really love sci-fi. Like sci-fi movies for me, like about the future, about the I really like sci-fi movies about the future. Like, for example,
I can agree. Yeah, I love them as well. Like sci-fi is my favorite one. That's for sure. And I also kind of like mystery, and maybe some magic movies. They're also not on the list here, but I also love like with dragons. So everything about dragons probably is like a magic movie. Yeah. So there are lots of different genres, and if you have a movie, it's probably not one genre, but a few of them, 2 or 3. Because if it's sci-fi, it's probably kind of a mystery, or maybe horror, or maybe an action. So you usually combine a few. But are there any movies about robots or using robots as actors? Yes, there are lots of them. There are movies then you can see the robots as the main heroes, and I love it. Like the right one is WALL-E, and this is also one of my favorite movies I ever watched. It's so smart and so like sweet movie. I don't know. It's just, I know it was created for kids, but I really enjoyed watching it. And on the left, you see 6 different robots as main characters.
Yeah, another cool movie about the robot is the Baymax. It's also a really good one.
Yeah, cool. But these movies are like animated, like fully animated movies. There are some movies created by using the live actors as well. On the left, we have the Iron Man, if I'm not mistaken, and he uses the robot as his like costume. And on the right one is the Ready Player One. If you watched it, it's quite adult movie, I would say, for teenagers, but very, very nice to watch. And there are some robots as well. Cool. So we just talked about theories. Let's maybe just take in this hands-on approach and talk about how to create a movie at home. This is very hard and easy at the same time. So basically, there are some steps we need to take to create this short movie. Be ready, it will take some time, but it's really worth it. So first of all, we have to talk about genre, plot, and script. You have to decide on it, like at the beginning. I mean, it probably could change in the time. Maybe you start with a thriller and end up with some sci-fi, but I mean, just the main idea. Then brainstorm ideas for a story. It could be some different stories, and then you combine them or choose one and the best. Then you need to choose the main character or characters. Then using all this, you create a plot. A plot is basically a story, but write down in a sequence of scenes, like 2, 3, 4, 6. It depends on how long your movie is. I mean, I would suggest trying only 2 or 3 at the beginning and then just extend them if you feel comfortable. And then you create a script. A script is a short description for each scene in your plot. And don't forget about the dialogue, because your characters probably should speak to each other. I mean, it can be the silent movie, which is also quite fine, but I personally think the dialogues are cool. Yeah. Then the second step is the casting. You seriously need to find everything, like every toys or maybe any live characters to play the roles, like the main character or the side characters. You probably ask your friends or create it with your toys, or I mean, you can film your dog or cat, but probably it's better to ask permission before. I mean, yeah, probably not all the dogs will be happy to do that. Um, then it's setting the location and props and costumes. Like make a list of all materials you need, of all props and costumes you need for your movie, and prepare the materials for them. Then sit and make the props and costumes, set the location or stage. On the right picture, you see the person doing it. He moves different figures around and sets the location for shooting. And you might need to change the location for different things, but I would really suggest trying one at first. Then filming. Use your script and to recreate each scene. You can film a video, like live action film, using your phone or any other device. You can take pictures to make an animation, or you can combine them too if you feel comfortable with using some editing programs. We show some later, but maybe someone already has the experience using them. And then we have two suggestions for filming. Like we personally use the normal camera on my iPhone. And there is another app I found while researching. It's called OffSnap. And it's an app, then you just take pictures using this app, and then it automatically creates an animation from pictures you did. And you also can add different like effects on it. So it's pretty usable, pretty cool for filming and animation. And then another quite big step is mastering. So you need to choose the best things, put them together, and transitions and special effects and music and title and closing credits, and it's pretty long process. Like usually, as I know, there are different people who involved in creating a movie, and this step, the editing and mastering, is equal to the stage of filming. Sometimes it even takes more time. So there are some different apps we can suggest. They vary like different complexity. They use different complexity. Like iMovie is pretty easy to use. The one I also found is Makista, also quite easy to use. And the two on the right, quite complex, I would say. But this is the ones we use for creating a movie. And then it's a showtime, the film screening. Invite friends and family, make some popcorn, and have fun and enjoy the movie you created. This is basically it, 7 steps. It looks easy, and it may be easy, so it was just like all theory. So from now on, we have some experience for you. This is the project we created with Robo, and we filmed a movie about Robo, and this is probably the time Yuri can catch me. Right?
Yeah. Just give me a second.
I can continue sharing the presentation if it's more comfortable.
Yeah. I think we can actually just continue from yours, and I will.
Yeah, sure.
Come in with this. Good. Yeah. So like we also created our own project. So we like built the set using the just like different cardboards of different colors. We did our own cast. So like the main role was playing like a girl with a dog, and the Robo was playing a dragon.
A dragon! Look at it!
Yeah. So we also create our own poster. Hope you guys like it. Yeah. So the story is the Little Princess and the Dragon. So yeah. So should we get into a video and check it out?
Maybe let's start with the steps, see how we did it.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So as I said, we kind of we had our own idea what should happen in the video. So we kind of just quickly made a draft of a story, created a plot. So the idea of a story is that so the girl is like having a walk in the woods, and she stumbled upon a castle, and in the castle there's a dragon who's living in the castle, and so she discovers the dragon, but the dragon is it's really like big, angry, and scary. So she wonders what is actually why he's like this. But then she figures out that probably the dragon is all alone in this castle, and he has nobody to play with. So she makes she goes into the woods, and she creates the she picks up some flowers. So she creates a present for the dragon. She gives this present to the dragon. They become best friends. So that's a general plot.
That's so sweet. I'm just like, he was just telling the story. I was like, oh my god, this is so sweet.
Yeah. So when we had this story, we kind of can understand which characters we have, right? So we have like a girl, we have a dog, and we have a dragon. So we kind of pick up the toys which we had on hand. So we had some Lego figures, so they could work for this purpose. And yeah, so we created the props for the movies, like the scene. So we, as I said, we used some different colored cardboards. Yeah, we created the like a castle, a small forest as well. Yeah, and then we went into shooting. So we for shooting, we just used our smartphones, which generally should be enough. Depending on how you want to make a movie, you can either just shoot pictures and shoot it shot by shot, and then animate it later in the editing software. This is actually how we did it. But if you want to, you can also just literally film with an iPhone or whatever camera you have, and just edit it later in the editing software. And yeah, so for editing, we use the After Effects software, which may be a bit kind of on a more complex level than yeah, it's a bit complex, I would say, for a general user. But there are definitely some more easier options to do this. Like iMovie could also work pretty good and fast, actually, I think. And yeah, we also while we were editing it, there's some yeah, I used some sound effects from royalty-free sounds, which you can pick up. And yeah, for example, sounds of a dragon, you can literally type in a roar or a bark for a dog, and you can use those sounds to add some special effects for your video, which actually adds a lot of kind of atmosphere and feeling to.
Yeah, and despite the fact that this one is quite complex, I know personally that you can find a lot of very different complexity apps to edit your own movie. There are some for kids, some of them free, some of them need to be paid for. But I think it's worth it if you, create your own movie, right? So, yeah. And this is the show time. I hope you will enjoy it. I'm not sure if we will hear the sound. Let me check if I can just switch off, or maybe I'll just do it like, let me check if you can hear the sound.
Okay, let's check it out. No, unfortunately, there's no sound.
No?
Oh, no, there's sound. Okay, yeah.
Okay, then I just play from the beginning. Enjoy, guys.
Okay, let's try it.
Oh my God,
Awesome. Yeah. So this is our movie. Hope you guys liked it. Yeah, this is just one of the examples which you can create. So yeah.
Okay, can you hear me again?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. Was our idea, and you see, it wasn't that hard. Like the one thing I would really suggest you to focus on is the creating a script, which is what step by step, like scene by scene. Instruction for you creating your movie. Like, we also put some idea effects what we want to have and some pictures there. This is really helpful. And just in other words, just enjoy it. Enjoy every step, and this is really cool. So for the next challenge, we have the goal: create your short movie with Robo Wunderkind. So it can be basically any short movie. You can recreate your favorite movie, or you can create your own story, or do it whatever you like it to do. I know that some people already use this idea for submitting their Make a Smartphone challenges to our Instagram. I've seen a lot of videos that quite close to the short movies. I mean, at least they are quite documentary movies about the project. So this is why we decided to make this one. We think that you will guys enjoy it while creating your own movie. And I have some inspiration for you here. This is how the Lego movies can be created. Like, I know that there is the Lego movie. I actually never saw it myself, but I know it was on the screens, like TV screens, some time ago, like maybe 2 years ago. And this is how it was, not how it was shot, but how some kids recreated shooting it. And this is another picture when they use programming for some characters to move. And this is another one, just using simple figures. They also can move. And this is another very, very nice inspiration for you guys. This is the young family with their kid recreating their favorite movies. So can you guess the right one? Which movie is it? Yuri?
It's just like, I would guess it's Batman and Robin.
Yeah, exactly. This is Batman and Robin. And the left one?
Yeah, the left one is a bit tricky.
It's Beetlejuice!
Ooh.
I love this. Like Beetlejuice. Have you ever watched Beetlejuice?
I don't think so, no.
No, do it. It's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, I also put the source of this tool. You can find out more about these guys doing amazing work with their kids. So just check them out. And another thing, like if you don't have a robot, no worries. Especially with this topic, you can seriously be so creative and create your short movie with any robot you create, with a robot involved, and you can also win the prize. Submit it until Sunday. Don't forget to use the hashtag. Before finishing, we also need to post some polls and
yeah. So guys, I will post some polls in the chat. So we really appreciate if you take a minute and just give us some information about who is participating in the webinar right now, and how old are all the participants. So that will be really helpful for us to like continue improving and like make our future webinars better. So in the end of each webinar, we give out the stars. So I will post the information about the where to get the star, like the link to the star in the chat right now. So you have all the information where to post the projects and where you can pick up some ideas as well on our like our YouTube channel, for example. And if you want to buy some additional modules or cubes, you can use the discount RoboMaker and use it on our website to get a 10% discount.
Cool. And
Good.
If you have any questions, this is the time to ask them. We will be really, really happy to help you with anything you want to know. No.
Okay. Yeah. So we didn't have any questions in the questions tab so far.
Cool.
Okay. Seems like very good.
Yeah, I'm really, really excited to see your submissions this week. It will be just, the week of watching movies. I will prepare some popcorn.
Yeah. So, guys, thank you a lot for joining us for this week. Thank you for all the projects that you submit each week. It's really exciting for us to see those, and it's really makes us really, really happy. So hope you, hope to see some more projects next week. And I just see some more questions.
We have a question where to submit the movies. You can submit it on Instagram. You can send it to us. So the information I just posted in the chat, like a few messages above, you can either post it on the Instagram with the hashtag RoboMakersMarathon or directly to our email, makersmarathon@robowunderkind.com. Good. Okay, guys, thanks a lot. And looking forward to submissions. Looking forward to see you again next week. Yay! Bye, guys. Okay. Thank you for your time.
Bye. Ciao.